Live. All right, people. Welcome back to another week of Blunt Talk NOLA. I'm your host, P. Dot on the spot for this week. And we have
Stop
Charlie
touching the
Johnson.
building.
everybody jumping on at the same time, but it's all gravy. So this week,
It
fellas,
works. Hey,
and ladies and gentlemen out there in the listening audience, we're going to be talking about the drowning of Daniel Ervin. And this is something that happened back in April and is just now catching, I guess you could say, just now catching media attention, I guess. But, is taken along the line of the situation that happened with Nolan Wells. They took the cell phone, they deleted evidence, moved the body, all kind of shit. So we're gonna be talking about that, and I do have one question that I'll most likely be asking before we start the segment on that, and we'll get to end of the news first, get that out the way, and roll on from there. So first thing first, how y'all week been, fellas?
Everything been
great,
good.
good.
All right, everybody had a good week. I'm glad. Been a little hot, a little wet outside, humid. Try to stay hydrated, cooled off. If you're feeling exhausted, go get yourself to a cool spot and keep it pushing. All right, so first thing first, I wanted to get to the end of the news. I'm gonna knock this one out right quick, and then I'm gonna play a couple of other videos for y'all commentary. So first things first, the Nolan Wells thing. So I skipped a lot of it, but I just want y'all to hear the part where they actually talking about the other person who name was well, her name wasn't brought up. They just kept saying, oh, he was supposed to be going back with one of his female friends. Well, that female friend has actually came forward, cooperated with the investigation, and this is what they had to say.
And let us know in the comments where you're tuning in from.
Oh, also, this video comes from Crime and Consequence. Just for notation purposes.
Tonight, because a family somewhere is hoping the right person sees this and remembers something they haven't shared yet. Let's start with the name that took 2 weeks to surface and the fear that came attached to it. Nolan had a conversation with a young woman on the beach. His friends would later refer to her only as Katie. That's where the confirmed information stopped for a long time. Katie's identity wasn't in the first wave of coverage. It wasn't in the early statements from the family's legal team, while speculation online chased down pool parties and out-of-context video clips. The one person who may have spoken with Nolan last sat almost completely unidentified, unaware, most likely, that her name would eventually matter this much to strangers she had never met. Part of the reason traces back to the very first night he went missing, a night that, for his mother, must have felt like it stretched on without end. According to someone who was on the phone with Christine Wansley as she tried to figure out where her son was, Katie's name entered the conversation almost by accident, mentioned as someone Nolan had wanted to stay behind with. And then came a detail that made an already terrifying night considerably worse. Word that Katie herself might be missing too, with nobody on that call able to say who she actually was, or where to even begin looking for her. Picture that moment for a second. A mother already searching for one missing child, suddenly told there might be two. No name to attach to the second worry, no number to call, just more fear, stacked on top of fear that already had nowhere left to go. That particular fear turned out to be unfounded. Katie was never missing. She had left the island safely that day on a different boat, and had been reachable the entire time. Confirmation of that came not from police, and not from Nolan's friends, but from her own mother, Gracie McCormack, who posted publicly to correct the record Once speculation about her daughter started spreading online in ways she never expected. According to McCormack, her daughter was on Horn Island that day, spent time with Nolan, and the two parted ways sometime that afternoon. She says her daughter has no knowledge of anything that happened to him afterward. She said goodbye to him. She got on a different boat. She went home to a mother who had no idea at the time that her daughter's name would soon sit at the center of one of the most talked about cases in the country. If that were the whole story, it would end there, quietly, the way most small footnotes in a larger tragedy tend to end. It doesn't, because attorney Ben Crump, representing the Wells family, says Katie's account of that final conversation is specific and hasn't wavered, and it conflicts directly with what Nolan's friends have said. According to Katie, Nolan told her he was planning to rejoin his friends and get back on their boat before they left the island. According to the friends themselves, Nolan told them the opposite, that he intended to stay behind on the island with Katie, entirely by his own choice, in his own words. Both statements cannot be accurate. One of these two accounts is wrong. And somewhere behind that single word, wrong, sits a family who has to live with not knowing which one it is. If Katie's version holds up, then something happened in the space between Nolan stating his intention to leave and the boat actually pulling away without him. Something interrupted whatever plan he had. Nobody has explained what. If the friend's version holds up, then Nolan made a deliberate, conscious choice to remain alone on a remote barrier island as his only ride home departed without him, which raises an entirely different question about what happened to him in the hours that followed.
My bad, y'all. Talking my behind off and didn't even realize I was still on mute. So, one of the first questions that I always that popped up, even when we were talking about the Nolan Wells thing last week, was, why are we hearing from the parents? We understand we can't hear from the alleged defendant in this scenario, right? But we heard from the mother of one of the alleged people in the case, right? So now the other person who popped up that Nolan was supposedly staying with is now saying, nah, that's not true. That he said he was going back with them. I left on a different boat. That was the last time I talked to him. So why are we hearing from the parents instead of the actual person? You see what I'm saying? If that make any sense, like we would have.
How old are you?
Well, Nolan Wells was 18. Well, 18
Well, yeah,
to 19.
you know, that's
He was getting ready to talk out.
children probably.
Right.
If he's 17, he a minor.
Right. But I said 18 to 19, which makes you legally an adult capable of speaking for yourself.
No, you
And all
talking
of
about
these
you talking
children,
about your boy, or you talking about the
Nolan Wells. I'm talking
yeah? But
about the
I'm talking
girl.
about
No, you talking about the boy. But see, they had two.
whoever next to
One of them
you.
was 17, the other one was 19, and Nolan Wells was 19. If I'm not mistaken on that one. So even with that, we hearing from the parents, and the story that Katie is giving is similar to the same story that the boys gave, which was he said he was getting on a boat with Katie. Katie said he was getting on a boat with them, right? And she left around the same time that the boys said they left. What if all them motherfuckers was in cahoots? I'm sorry for my language, y'all, but what if all them people was in cahoots? And Katie trying to get the blame off of her and keep the blame where the blame solely remains. And another question I had too is, did they do an investigation into the bilge pump of the boat? And why they not talking about that? Because if the bilge pump was supposed to be faulty on the boat was taking on water, and that's why they decided to leave. Wouldn't that have been something that would have made more attention be brought to the fact that, okay, why y'all just didn't leave that boat there and take a boat with somebody else if your boat was taking on water and you got a good distance to travel and your boat taking on water and the bilge pump broke, why would you even move the boat? So those were just two of the questions I had. What y'all got? I'm listening.
I mean, you asking a question based off of information you already got. So, like you being sarcastic, or you
Well, I actually was
are
asking
you
that
just trying
question
to
to
see how we
see.
feel about it?
Yeah, I just was about to say that. I want to know what
Well,
y'all take
I
is on the
mean,
information that they was able to present.
yeah, it's more stuff. It's more stuff that done came out since then. You know what I'm saying? Since the girl told him, you know what I'm saying? The girl said she did. She, like you said, Round talked to me for a little minute and went back with Round and them. So it's the most stuff that came out that's corroborating what she was saying. Uh, you was mentioning that she might have something to do with it and all that. Nah, I don't think so. Rather, you was joking or not, but nah, I don't think it
Right.
went that way. I think that shit went left somewhere else and some shit went down. I got some shit with my other news for Nolan too, so we'll get into a little bit more of that with the update on the update. You know what I'm saying? So, but
Okay.
for now, as far as what I feel about with that situation, I think with the parents and everybody getting involved, I mean that's how they gonna look at it because that's how they treating the case too. They putting their white
Mm-hmm.
gloves on, Peter. So they do the parenting thing, and this nigga act like he can't talk, and he's 19. So if you asking why they not talking to him, because he's acting like a fucking baby right now. This shit real, and it's
Right.
going the fuck down. So it's up to him too, bro. It's not just they not letting him and they letting you see what I'm saying? It's everybody's responsibility. It's not, picking and choosing, but they want to when they want to show you who they want to pick and choose, then you have to decipher that, hey, I can't pick and choose right now. I have to look at everybody and look at everybody's behavior. And these little boys is acting like little boys. So they're gonna leave it up to the parents and act like they could use these child laws and shit. See, I don't wanna say anything about what actually happened and all that shit. Then the parents and the lawyers gotta jump in, and do what they gotta do because them people is not letting up about what's going down with their son. So yeah.
Right. Okay. All right, Silent. I found this one for you, brother, and this the one. Creed Be Good. Is that his name? Yeah, Creed Be Good. Uh, I didn't know they had a part two. I just saw this and I was like, okay, Silent would like this one because this little dude here is wild.
Are you guys gonna take us to
Okay,
jail
okay.
because of a Waffle House policy?
Oh, that's little round, yeah.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King said we should all be equal. 2026 and now you acting like we see through. Still being racist, not letting us in your places. If it was segregation, we'll probably win the races. Trying to be rude, trying to throw us in jail. We're the chosen people, so you're all going to hell. And this a freestyle, and I know you can tell. Man, I'll be good when all the predators go to hell. I literally told my mom not to go to Waffle House. And I literally asked Siri, why don't people like Waffle House? And why are there so many lawsuits about them? And they said because of racism and discrimination. My mom was like, no, they're not going to be racist because it's black people, sweetie. And I was like, that's fair. I didn't even want to go in there, so I stayed in the car with my mom. My mom got out the car to see if the beanhead was okay. People was yelling at them for no reason to get out, and then they called the police, and the police was angry, and I was like, are we going to go to jail because of a Waffle House policy? And he was like, well, I'm going to go to jail if your mom keeps having an attitude with me. And I told the cop, which the cop don't know, must have not read his rights, and I could be a better cop than him. You can't go to jail for saying, shut your bum ass up to a cop. You can't go to jail for that.
You didn't even say that.
No, I know. But like, you can't go to jail if you're being mean to a cop. Because wasn't being mean. He threatened us that he should go to jail. Why are we getting kicked out of a nasty restaurant for no reason, for discrimination? And I'm only 11, so I shouldn't have to go through this in my own country. Like, I'm literally indigenous. I'm Choctaw Indian, bro. Like, my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandma was Choctaw Indian. Like, this is what my ancestor had to deal with. Like, what is this? The Jim Crow? The Jim Crow rights? Martin Luther King had a dream. Me and white boys can't do the same thing. But I'm just playing my guitar while I'm singing. Hoping one day we'll all be free. Thanks for the support.
That little dude, bro. I like him, bro. I'm gonna have to start looking up some more of his stuff.
That young man is sharp. Well, I'm trying to tell you.
Definitely got to give him his shots, bro. He doing his thing.
I'm telling you, boy, you stand next to him, boy, you're going to get cut. He's sharp.
Sharp as a tack. And this one, Chop, this one was for you.
Attack not sharp, nigga. Don't
Where the hell y'all gonna go?
And Chop, this one was for you, man. Matter of fact, this one's for both of y'all, man, because I think y'all both would agree with this brother got to see.
Cancel the Democratic Party. What's the alternative?
That is a mindset, Your Honor. We don't know until we go. Do you understand what I'm saying? We don't know what the fuck we can do until we actually do it. What you're telling me is that their efforts to decimate and dissolve the Black Panther Party scared us so much that we can't start another one. Why the fuck can't we start another one? If it been
Kobe rolling. I see. Shout out to Def Jam and them, man, with the council code. I like this little show. This fire.
Yeah, that sure is fire.
benefits us. Let's say our vote disappeared from the main grid and we voted for our own shit. Let's say we all decided to move to a certain region. Let's say we all decided to be uniform. Let's say that motherfuckers who live in the same 8-block radius but rep 2 different gangs would fucking realize that they're goddamn neighbors. See, the thing is that we like to have these constructs because we have all of these fucked up traits that we need people to support. That's the bullshit. We don't need the public assistance that they got to hang over our head because we don't want to grow our own shit. I know niggas that can grow the fuck out some weed. Nigga couldn't grow a tomato to save his goddamn life. The idea that we cannot be independent is the poison.
Why you laughing?
Where the hell y'all gonna?
They laughing, but it's the truth.
Why you
that's
laughing?
the real. That's the real.
But
right
that's what comedy do. Yeah, that's what comedy is. You know, I just like to point out the shit that ain't funny sometimes. You know, and try to make that funny too. Yeah, what it is, bro. You know, it's perspective. Life is a motherfucker, man. And there is a such thing as, you know, capitalism. I'm gonna capitalize over what the fuck going on. I'm trying to get all of it. I know we got 15,000 people, but I want it all. All right? Fuck them. All right? Let's set up for way. All right, that was it.
But what he's saying though, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I thought about that, like I say, back in my childhood, my teenage years, going into high school. I was like, what would happen if every black man and woman that's in the workforce right now stop going to work for all these major corporations and businesses and so on and so forth? You know, at least for 1 week, everybody take a vacation for 1 week all at the same time. Like, you know what? I ain't going to work today. I'm calling it sick. I'm going to use PTO time, use whatever I got. I ain't going to work. What?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It ain't going to be no goddamn vacation, because I think that's the part too about trying to go against stuff, you know, be oppressed. No, you got to snatch the Band-Aid off niggas and letting them know, man, you might die. You might bleed. It's gonna be rough time. It's gonna be rough shit. But you're doing it for a reason. You're doing it for a cause. There's not gonna be no fucking vacation round. You might have to you might have to shave some pennies. You know what I'm saying? You might have to go without. You know, let them know, bro. It's gonna be It's gonna be struggle ahead. Before
Right.
a purpose though, then you understand why you did all that. It makes more sense. I don't think people is ready for that part because of the comfortability that they have out now. Like you could soothe anybody's ego now to where it feels like you don't even have to go through all that to do that, to do that. You know what I'm saying? Nigga come up with a whole pyramid scheme like as if motherfuckers just gonna let you do shit. But people gotta realize this is a capitalistic world. People run shit. They run their own shit. And if it's so happened that the shit that they run is a part of your living, part of your society, part of your community, then guess what? They got to say so over their shit. And that's, I think, that what Brown point was too with the niggas they know how to really do the shit. It's not that we don't know how to do it. It's not that we not able. We're not capable. Right? He said, but the nigga don't know how to grow tomatoes and save his life. But the whole point is he actually can because he knows how to grow seeds. The point is that he doesn't do it. It's not there. It's not on the mind frame to actually do this and survive this way. Rather survive this way and make the money to buy the tomato. You see how the mental shit is with it too. So it's a lot of that, I believe. You know, it's some real shit, man. That's blunt talk, nigga.
All right, that's all I have for in other news, fellas.
Yeah, I ain't had nothing.
Mr. In other news ain't had nothing this week. Oh my god! All right, Silent, what you got?
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I had the update with Nolan, y'all. I just peep it out. Play that motherfucker and you tell me what you think.
It's the first one.
Yeah, the first one and the second one.
All right.
Yeah, we got Northern Wells update with the update. Call it the update with the update. P-Dot has great points of views on that video he played. I think I seen that one too, P-Dot. That was actually a good one. They got into some more stuff at the end of that one. But y'all check this out though.
Mm-hmm. All right.
More developments in the Nolan Wells case we've been following.
Yeah, our CBS News partners revealing some new GPS data from the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources, tracking the movements of the boat Nolan Wells was on before he disappeared July 4th.
Will Polston joins us now live from the boat launch with more details. Good morning to you, Will.
Hey, good morning, Bill and Brandy. Good morning, everybody joining us at home. That's right, the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources releasing the GPS data of where the boat that Nolan Wells was on July 4th and its whereabouts on that day, just to kind of narrow down that timeline a little bit more. Here's what we know from the data. 9:56 a.m., the boat left land and then went towards Horn Island, which it arrived around 11:14 a.m. Then the GPS data says that the boat left the island around 4:31 p.m. before traveling into Fort Bayou and returning to the dock at 6:06. Later that night, the boat went to the boat launch here at Fort Bayou and was pulled out of the water and taken back to the owner's home in Biloxi. Now, a DMR report also says that the owner of the boat, his mother, and one other person with Wells are all cooperating with the investigation. Now, this doesn't necessarily point to one person or point to anything in particular, but now there's concrete evidence of when and where the boat was at what times. We have heard reports that the boys left the island right around at 4:30, and now that's starting to, that is being backed up now. We'll see exactly what this does for the investigation as time continues. One person or point to.
I want to see, because there is a very large gap That is
There
a
you go,
very
Chop.
large
There you go,
gap.
P. Dot.
956.
It's more than a gap. Nigga lying like a motherfucker too. Come on, man.
Yeah.
So my next video, we gonna tie it all in, P. Dot. My next video, we gonna tie it all in once you know.
I'm looking
saying
at
what you
this
saying.
time gap between 431 and 606. That's like an almost 2-hour gap, or an hour and a half, or what that is, an hour and 30, hour and 20 something minute gap, hour 25 minutes. That's a gap. So between the time the boat leave Horn Island and the boat returning the dock, you telling me that them dudes ain't had time enough to do
you ain't show back up to an hour and something later, like you're saying, right? We see it. That what it say. That what it say, Clayton.
Now, this the other thing. Why you
Boat
not telling
owner
us
has
which
to
direction?
cooperate with investigators, because now we're talking about maritime shit now. See, I've been trying to tell y'all boys about that maritime shit and how serious that shit is when you own them waters, fella. Y'all know about this shit. Now, they were supposed to implement all this shit into that shit when the sheriffs and them were talking about this shit, but them bitches didn't mention none of that shit about maritime nothing. So now shit is getting to the fire now. So we gonna get into that too though. But go ahead, B. I'm listening.
So between 431 and 606, which way was the boat headed? Because it just say leaves from Horn Island. Boat returns to dock. You not telling me where the boat went between 431 and 606. See, that's very definite information right there. Because if you tracking GPS, GPS shows you every move you make, whether you turn left, you turn right, whether you did a loop-de-loop and all that stuff. So ain't no goddamn way between 431 and 606.
Okay, look. All right, let me help you out then, P. Look. See this? See, look. Look at the first time though, right? Going from the dock to the island is around the same time. If you look at it real good.
Yeah,
it's not the same.
14. Right.
It's not from minute to minute, but you could actually see. So what they're showing you is a timeline that the witnesses did not talk about.
Exactly.
So don't get caught up in too much of the hours and in between when they actually got there. Is that the actual thing is that they actually their actual stories are not matching for what actual data has on file.
The GPS, right.
That's the bigger thing. Ooh. It's not really the hours in between the hours of coming back. You see what I'm saying? Because if you really look at the time, it takes about that to even get to the goddamn bitch. So what we really actually looking at is a lot of the investigation is even more weirder when it comes to the friends, judge, like you was having a notion about in the beginning. These people that deleting their stuff and having the phone, all these things, you know, is adding up basically. It's looking more credible. I'm gonna say it like that. Those things are looking more credible by looking at the GPS boat data and looking at what's going on with the situation with the girl, what the girl said, right, from what the video you showed, and how this actually goes.
Yeah, because they gotta
now,
check
how
her
the
GPS data
is on the water. Well, they have hers. Remember, she left with with another boat before that, so they have everybody's GPS data. That's the whole thing about
exactly all them boats that was out there. They got
watch the waters. Yes, they watch the waters too. Right. You have remember the I don't know if you knew this, but I'm gonna say the boat captain or the boat person who's over the boat, they are responsible for all this shit. We're gonna get into it. Let's go to the next video. So you can see what I'm talking about. Your boy gonna explain it for you. Shout out to Comedy Hype. And Big Kish, man. I've been watching a lot of videos, Ron. Fuck with you. Big Kish be bringing it in too. But he was watching Comedy Hype, so yeah. We watching one from watching one to watching one. That's how you say love, yeah.
I hate to ask.
Watch the content. Just make sure you shout out people, man. Let's make sure most people don't be having a problem with it.
Breaking news, family. One of Nolan Wells' friends may be getting charged with manslaughter. Far as we know with the Nolan Wells case is that it's been 12 days since his passing and they have been dragging their damn feet. But the new updated information is that he may be facing charges under a maritime law. There are certain laws, there are certain rules, there are certain things that you have to go by when you're operating a boat. And you must be accountable for everybody that's on your boat. Now, the latest information that we've been getting as far as the GPS location, and we know that boat was around the same area where Nolan Wells was found. Right. Being as though that Ben Crump is on this investigation, this might lead to an arrest, y'all. Check it out.
As more information comes out in regards to the mysterious death of Nolan Wells, it gives us more understanding as to what happened that day, as well as what could happen next. On Wednesday, it was revealed that Wells' parents and representatives would meet with Mississippi DA Angel Myers McIlrath to begin looking at the next steps into the case, as the DA would confirm she would now be presenting the investigation to the grand jury. Now, upon researching what we currently know about the case, Nolan's friend and operator of the boat can now be expected to face a series of charges under maritime law. For those who don't know, in general, maritime law is a special body of law designed to govern issues on sea. Every boat and boat operators are expected to abide by these laws or face punishment. Now, one of maritime law's biggest things stressed for boat operators is known as duty of care, which is a legal obligation requiring ship owners, operators, and employers to protect crew members and passengers from harm by maintaining a safe and seaworthy vessel. Now, one thing that looks to be going under the radar is that a passenger is technically considered anyone who left with you on a boat you are operating, and at all times you as the boat operator are deemed responsible for their safety. Now, despite the circumstances that Wells supposedly wanted to stay, it still can be argued that he's still a passenger of the boat that would leave Horn Island at 4:30 p.m. And the fact that Wells was left with no communication, given that his phone was on the boat, makes things worse for the operator. Again,
so this doesn't sound like it's only a safety measure that's in our communities, because I've done heard it time after time. When we were younger, our parents told us, if we leave with y'all, we come back with together. Same thing is with the law as well.
The boat operator's responsibility is to return the specific passengers they brought out. Now, according to research, despite people being there on Horn Island, still does not fully excuse the boat operator from liability, but it can change the severity of the situation. Now, if it is proven that a recreational boat operator would leave Wells knowingly with no phone and a way to communicate for safety and still left, does confirm that that was negligent behavior on the boat operator's end, which for some cases that involve a loss of life, the operator can be charged with involuntary manslaughter and reckless behavior. Now, another thing that would stand out for many is the already drinking that was proven to be taking place that day. Now, it has not been confirmed if the boat operator himself was drinking, but if he did, that will result in another charge known as BUI, or boating under the influence. Which is why for many, the sheriff's initial reaction to the incident, with no arrest being made swiftly, despite the viral picture of 18-year-old Wells and his friends, seemingly of the same age, holding beers in their hands, was not a sense of conducting a thorough investigation, and made some feel that a cover-up was taking place. Now, in the state of Mississippi, the legal drinking age is still 21. Now,
and this is why I do not trust John Ledbetter. There was no reason for everybody to come out with that information before you came out with anything. And you didn't even come out with no information. The only thing you came out with is that I suspect that there isn't any foul play, which is no information at all. This is why we got to get rid of those people that's on this investigation and they're tied in with different people and they have racism weaved into their history.
Tie it all together. If the toxicology report comes back and Wells was deemed intoxicated at the time of his death, it will multiply the boat operator's liability due to the effects of alcohol and judgment. One of Wells' friends, Tracy Shepard, who was assumed to be around the same age as Wells, would publicly confirm that there was drinking in an interview with ABC News.
Damn.
He said that he and his group of friends, which included Wells, had been drinking alcohol since the late morning. Now, going back to Wells being separated from his phone, in which his parents would point out was an immediate red flag. If it is proven that the boat operator ultimately left with Wells' phone on purpose without Wells' consent, it can be viewed as a level of theft. To note, Wells' family had to reportedly track his phone down to get it back. So for some, it does not appear that his phone was willingly returned. As reported here, GPS and audio have now been released from that day. And according to an extended version of the toll call made, there were about 7 people on the boat, according to the boat's operator. Now, it is unclear what specific boat was driven that day, but upon looking up the boat's vessel number, it looks to be a 2000 Triton boat, which comes in different sizes. Now, if it was also the...
He said there were about 7 people on that boat. It would behoove Sheriff Ledbetter to figure out who was the other 3 people, because when anybody's thinking about who's on that boat, they automatically think of that picture, which is just 4 people. But there were 3 other people on the boat. So this is what they need to figure out.
Discovered that the boat was past capacity, it can lead to another issue for Wells' friend and boat operator. Now, despite all these proven possibilities, the governor of Mississippi may have exposed himself as either not knowing maritime laws or for some is trying to cover up the wrongdoings in this case. On Wednesday night, the governor of Mississippi would finally share his public reaction and would upset viewers by stating that he hasn't seen any signs of foul play with what he's seen so far.
What if I told you that every time a bank declines a small business loan application, that could represent an opportunity?
I don't know all of the facts surrounding the case. I have yet to see a fact or a piece of evidence that suggests any foul play. But if there is, I feel confident that the sheriff's office, the district attorney's office, the members at the Department of Public Safety that deal with these crimes, if there had been one, they will find it and they will do what is necessary.
No. It is, bitch, and it's your responsibility too, bitch.
With not working,
That's
it
sad,
sounds like
bro.
he's reading the same script that Ledbetter had read, saying that he doesn't expect any foul play. But you had to identify the young man by his dental records. Make that make sense.
On part of his statement, the governor would also confirm that he and Sheriff Ledbetter, who is leading the investigation, are really close.
They homeboys.
For many, the movement Justice for Nolan appears to be a cry out to a justice system that is supposedly to hold no one above the law, especially when people have been arrested and swiftly apprehended by police for lesser crimes. Nolan Wells will be laid to rest on Monday in Ocean Springs, and his preliminary autopsy findings, according to his family's attorney Benjamin Crump, will be released soon after. Let's talk about it more in the comments below. As more information has come forward, what is your theory now as to what happened?
I personally believe that this case has reached a point of no return. There is no lie you can tell the public that's going to cover your ass in this one, because they are so used to getting away with this, is that they feel like they're untouchable now. They're going to be found out, y'all. And the ancestors is not going for this shit no more. We are living in a time where as though Mississippi cannot get away with what they have been getting away with for so long. The days are over where as though that we just accept anything. That's over with. Oh yeah, Mississippi, yeah, we know them for doing that. Hey, look, just don't go out there. Nah. There's going to come a day where we're going to get our land back. Understand, the indigenous people was out there first. There's going to be a time where we're going to be able to go to any damn state we want to, at any time we want to. This is the beginning right here. All this shit is about to come to an end. All this little hide, this little secret hatred and racism and doing stuff behind closed doors, it's a wrap, y'all, and this is only the beginning. Y'all get in the comment section, let me know what y'all think. Man, I hope they really find this person and really hold him accountable for their actions. I don't give a damn if it's a maritime charge or whatever.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Big Kish, man. He be doing his thing, bro. Shout out, like I said earlier, shout out to, Comedy Hype for bringing the new update with the update info. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping along with some of these newscasters and putting it all together. You know what I'm saying? It helps us spread, you know, the awareness not only to, you know, the audience who might be listening, but you know, for us as well. You know, while we doing this, we not only do that for them, we do it for each other. You know, I love to keep my brothers on point when it comes to more than just, you know, the outside look of things. You know, let's do this together. You know. Yeah, if you're talking, you're on mute, player, but you know, you can move on whenever you're ready.
Yeah,
Cowboy.
I was getting ready to do just that, man, because this is turning to be something very interesting, bro, because now, since Nolan Wells, now we got another young man that supposedly drowned in April, I think, of this year, in April of this year. And like I said earlier, before we started the show, cell phone came up missing, text messages deleted, they had his clothes. Like, I don't know what like, this shit is starting to sound like some sacrificial shit. It's like, it's really starting to sound sacrificial. And what is the reason behind these drownings and the taking of the cell phone?
I would say a pattern, right? At least a pattern, right? If they don't want to go that far, you know what I'm saying, Pete? But this blunt talk, you go as far as you want, round. But they gotta at least admit that it's a pattern, right? Would you agree with that?
Definitely a pattern. It is definitely a pattern. Oh wait. You? Oh, okay. No, I'm not on. I was trying to get the next video lined up to get ready to rock into this. All right, so
no, it's good. You're good.
The young man in question that we're talking about is Daniel Ervin. People, hey, get that. The young man we're talking about tonight is Daniel Ervin, and I pulled a bunch of shorts because, you know, his case is still making its round, and they, you know, still trying to piece together what happened with this young man. But there has been arrest made. His mother spoke, and it's just a lot, man. It's really a lot, and I would advise everybody, you know, like we've been saying for the last couple of weeks, watching these particular cases happen, watch who you hanging with, man. Like, not everybody has the best intentions for you, just because they call you their good buddy. You know, some of these guys you've been knowing, as far as living in these specific mixed communities that are predominantly
growing you out, trying to relate to you and all that, Pete.
Yeah.
Watch them people be trying to relate to you a little too much. Like, they change their whole vernacular to try to sound like you, to let you know that they cool. Huh?
Exactly.
Why would you do that, sir?
Right. Just be yourself. You don't have to try to be like me.
Or what's your what's your motive then? So what's your motive? Yeah. Right. When you say, when you stop trying to be yourself around me, what's your motive? Yeah. Yes, sir. So, I had to learn that the hard way. Peace out.
So, let's see. So they have an arrest. That's the first video I had.
You nigga 17 like Brandon. Nigga just want to be down. Ooh, man, come on, man. That's why That's why Tupac still the coldest motherfucker dead, bruh. Up and running, man.
So with
man, still the coldest to this day. To this day.
Man, you know, a lot of people don't. A lot of our younger brothers, like, really don't understand why Tupac was such an influential person in our
I know, bro. He's like a face. Yeah, he like a face, like how Bob Marley and stuff was. Like before I actually got into the music and really listened to it. Like that's how a lot of them children is with Tupac, bro. They know him. They see his face everywhere. They like, oh, he a cool looking black dude, but they don't. Yeah, they ain't listen to the music, Pete.
They
don't know what's right.
Like the lyrics.
You feel me? That's how I look at it.
They listening to the beat, not the actual lyric. Like, and I think that like the beat caught my attention.
No. Right? I ain't gonna say everybody.
No, look, the beat catch your attention.
Tupac do you that though, but Tupac gonna make you listen to him, dog. That dude different, bro. He gonna make you listen to him, just like Marley. What I'm saying is, it's a different time. It's a different time, Pete. They're not introduced to the music like we were. We were introduced to that. You see what I'm saying? Like all they people is new people, so they introduced to whoever these new people is. What I'm saying is, now it's older to them that they're older now. So now it's like, if I've been seeing Pac the whole time, man, let me go see what's going on with him, what they talking about. And go listen to his music and you fuck with the music too. It's like, oh, okay, I get it.
Right.
I get it. It was the same thing with the Marley thing with me. I'm telling you, bro, I ain't grew up in the 1960s, Pete. The 70s and shit. I ain't know nothing about that shit. But I got into the weed and shit, smoking and shit. You put me on and no Marley really be hitting. I'm like, oh, all right, well, let me see. I do like reggae music, you know. And but I never actually listened to the Marley. But when I listened to that Marley, bro, I'm telling you, it all made sense.
Right. Now look, speaking of that, I gotta give a shout out to my big sister. She on here tonight. Baton Rouge, Louisiana, in the building. Sister Raymond, I see you. I saw you when you came in. So guess what? That's how I got into reggae music, because she had an album by UB40 and Steel Pulse, and they used to play that ever so often. You know, they wouldn't play it a lot, but they would play it ever so often. I guess whenever the mood struck up on here, Red Wine or whatever that other song is. What the one was with the dude with the stolen radio. The guy jumped on me, grabbed my throat, snatched and grabbed my radio, calling all detectives. They would play that, and I kid you not, them was like the two main songs I heard coming up. And it wasn't up until, I'm gonna say, going into my late teenage years when I caught wind of Bob Marley. Like I was like 16, 17, getting ready to make, 18 and shit, and I got on Bob Marley. And bruh, when I got on Bob, that was it. I there wasn't no need to go no further. Bob, Peter Tosh, Bunny Wheeler, the Whalers. Like, man, once I hit reggae, dog, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of put rap and gangster rap on the back burner, even though it still had a place in my heart for it. But reggae kind of like took me over, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, DD504 say Steel Pulse. But yeah, man. Like once I started listening to Bob and started equating some of the things that he was saying in music back in his time to the stuff that I was seeing in my time, I started looking at like this man was on some really futuristic thinking stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that he was thinking in the future, but he was looking at how things was happening in his time and probably projecting like if this is what's happening now, I could only imagine what it's gonna look like in the future if they continue letting this happen. And sure enough, he was right. Because everything that he talked about in some of his songs, if you look at that Midnight Ravers, that song held true even to this day. You know, so I put it on in the house for my children to listen to. They sing the song, but I have yet to really sit down and ask them, do you know what he meant when he said this? Or tell me what you think he meant, or give me your take on why he said it. Like, because I don't think people really sit down with their children and ask their children those questions. I haven't, and I'm being the first to admit it, I haven't done it yet, because I think they have some understanding as to why, but I haven't asked them what they really think about or what they know about this particular song. And so even with some of the songs, like my son be bringing me stuff that Tupac had that, I don't know, I think people be mixing it, but he was like, nah, dude, I got this from, you know, such and such. It's a Tupac album. Like, 'cause we know that there are so many unreleased recordings of Tupac that we haven't heard them all. So he finds that stuff and he like, Dad, check this one out, check this one out, check this one out. And so I think he's getting into it where he's starting to dissect the music a little bit more. And that's the type of stuff that we just been bringing up. So I digress, man. I got sidetracked right quick.
No, it's all good. It's just appreciative part of what you actually into too, you know, like if a person not into, they're not into, you know, they're gonna have a totally different perspective from that. But you know, you can recognize when somebody is, you know, actually into the music, and you want to put them on, you know, and let them know, you know, hey man, hey, this came before what you know. So I understand the you know, the concept of tradition and how it actually goes. Something is actually being passed down through generation to generation to generation too. You see what I'm saying? And this something it's tangible, Pete, but it's in our brain. And that's the crazy part about being smart as a people that we is. That's how smart we is, bro. Like, because they took everything from us, right? Like, even through history, they used to do certain things or used to pass down certain things like wedding rings, blankets, you know, something that they caught from when they had a hunting trip or something. Our people left stuff, you know, as far as to pass down and these stories to tell and stuff like that, right? So they take all that shit away. What do you have mentally? You see what I'm saying?
I'm still mad that my grandmother's quilts got took. Like,
it somebody come across, but that's what I'm saying. Like these things that you lost, bro. Like, you only have these things that we're talking about right now, or to relate to, bro. To even actually know who we is as a people, bro. Because you see how that's going, bro. Like, it's you know, it's damn near looking like they're trying to make one people. Like, it's just trying to just make everybody the same so they could treat them the same, so they could be the same, you know. And that's a weird life to live, so uniform, you know. It's not how it's supposed to be. I know people, you know, I know people want to be safe and people want to, you know, be secure,
be comfortable.
But people got to realize that these big corporations, they use that against you to push their narrative, knowing that you're scared, knowing that you know, you want to be, you know, left alone. You know, it's a fucked up, you know, it's a fucked up spin on life, but you have to. Yeah, you have to attach to your people. You have to attach to stuff around you. You have to, you know, learn how to attach to stuff. Not only adapt, you got to learn how to attach. You know, be involved. You know, get involved. Be serious about something. Sometimes, you know, even in the midst of, you know, everything being funny. You see what I'm saying? Like, look for those little things. It's okay. You don't have to express it neither all the time. You know, you don't have to express everything that you're doing neither. You know, you can express what the fuck you want. That's, you know, your human right. So I think, you know, people get it. It's just that we don't understand where it come from. You dig? Like our history gonna be taught to them whether they want to or not. But at the same time, it's going to be different. It's going to translate different. It's going to be different vibes. It's going to be different ways that we have to pass on the information. Right. You ever seen the Book of Eli with Denzel Washington?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That was my movie right there. That's still one
but
of
you
my
see
top
what he had
movies.
to do though, right? Just to pass on the word, right? You
Just
feel
to
me?
pass
You
on
feel
the
me? See what I'm saying? Like
Line
he had to get busy though, Peter. He had to get busy.
Right. But
he had to shed some blood, man. Yeah.
All in the name of God.
Look, just passing the word. Passing the word. He had to get it. He had to get it there, bro. Because what? The enemy whole thing was what? Destroying all books, correct?
Keeping the knowledge for himself.
Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm he trying to keep the knowledge away from the people so he could do what, P?
Control them.
Thank you,
brother.
brother.
Knowledge
See?
the power.
See that? You know. There it is. There it is. Don't think I don't know because
blank.
What you told me, P?
Man,
ain't really no secret. Ain't really no secret. Yeah, it ain't really no secret. Y'all just trying to talk different, but it's okay though.
It was a secret, all right.
But it's okay. It's a secret. It's just as much as a secret as me not knowing Spanish. But you feel me? I know what Diablo means, though. You motherfucker. I know it.
Hola.
I know certain shit though. Yeah, don't tell me I don't know. Yeah, don't tell me I don't know it when I know it.
I know it. I know enough to know y'all just insulted.
Right. When I know a little something, don't act like I don't know none of it. You know, just evil, Peter, for no reason, dog. Just fucking evil, dog. I hate it. I do. I hate it with a passion. I hate evil. I can say that loud.
I find this egregious.
I'm telling you, man. I get evil about evil. Like I know that don't make no damn sense, but yeah, bro.
It makes
I'd be
sense.
like, man, you
can only
motherfuckers.
fight evil with evil.
I hate you, man.
Yes, you can. You create a big enough explosion. They both smother each other
over my. Oh no.
All right.
That is crazy, bro. But you can't do that. You can't be this way, P. That's what I be trying to tell my people, bro. You can't be like, bro. I'm gonna fall for my faults, bro. I gotta bear my own cross, just as well as my brother. That's why I be telling people, man, be yourself, man. Be who you is. You know, because nobody can speak for you when it come down to the come down. You see what I'm saying?
That's the fact.
What they be telling you, bro? Ain't nobody gonna be in the casket with you, P.
Oh no, what the one is where they tell you, when you get to the pearly gates, the St. John gotta talk to you. You gotta answer them questions. What's the one that be at the pearly gates? Wait, hold on.
I think you had it right.
Who's the person with the book of life?
I think it was a story with a P. Peter Paul. I think it was him.
I'm about to Google search that one right quick. Who's the person that asked you to atone for your life?
Who was the saint? That was it. Who's the person?
Yeah, who's the person at the pearly gates that
asked
you to return for your life?
Ain't no person at the gate. There's an angel at the gate, Peter.
Saint Peter, the guardian at the pearly gates.
I know one of the P's. Yeah. I told you.
I hollered St. John though.
I thought you said Paul. Oh, my bad. I thought you said Paul.
I said St. John. I don't know why I thought about St. John. It's Peter, man. Peter at the gate with the keys. And he's the
Yeah, I
man
don't know
who
why.
like,
I don't know why I thought you said Paul. Yeah, I thought it was one of the P's. I thought that nigga said St. John. Oh, I thought you was saying Paul. Yeah.
All right.
I know
So
one of the P's though.
they have several videos that I'm about to play. They all shorts. They're like three. Yeah, they all like 3 minutes long. But they all talk about they all talk about the arrest in the Daniel Ervin thing, right? But they all seem to have a little bit of a twist as far as what I was able to detect about how the situation unfolded. But all of it's still the same, but it's just like it's little minute changes that the media is putting on these stories that make it a little bit different. So they didn't even want to tell us the name of the person initially arrested in this case. But I somehow was able to go find out his name was Lucas. Right? So I went and looked him up, and it didn't give me much information on him. It just gave me a bunch of other people with the same name. And I just kind of got frustrated and just said, well, I'm going to leave that alone for right now. Because I know more information on this is going to be coming. But this is this right now. Just, I mean, because that nigga it's just like the Nolan Wells thing, bro. Like they give you a little bit just to
bro,
get
you know I'ma laugh, bro. So don't even pay attention to me. Bro. Do what you doing. You know I'ma laugh, bro.
And then give you the rest later. Like, oh man, all the information out there for me right now.
God damn it, dirty motherfuckers, huh, Pete?
Right. So this is the first video I had found. I'm gonna play this one first, and then because the last one is one of the attorneys that's on the case that's going to be asking some very important questions. As long as they don't give me no doggone ad, I'll be out. And that's the first thing they did. Gave me a freaking ad.
Before John.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with them type of videos too. They're
to tell you about in the death of a North Texas teen. It was supposed to be a fun day of fishing for 3 young men at Lake Ray Hubbard. Instead,
this is the one I had found first.
After the group jumped in to swim, and 18-year-old Daniel Ervin never resurfaced. Now, months later, police have arrested a 19-year-old they say tried to cover up and hide what actually happened that day. Fox 4's
Type
Alex
in if
Boyer
y'all
picks
know
up our top story
about this case.
from there.
According to Dallas police, text messages prove that the victim and suspect knew each other and had made plans to meet up and go to a lake back in April. Now, the victim, Daniel Ervin, never came home. His mom
Daniel Ervin like Chucky, huh?
It wasn't until nearly 3 months after his body was recovered that police have made an arrest in connection to the case.
19-year-old Lucas Roper is accused of tampering with evidence in connection to the drowning death of 18-year-old Daniel Ervin in Lake Ray Hubbard back in April. Ervin's body was discovered on April 17th, 4 days after he is believed to have drowned. Ervin had reportedly gone to the lake with Roper and a juvenile suspect to swim and go fishing. Days after his body was recovered, Ervin's family held this news conference demanding answers.
What do we want? Justice for Daniel Ervin. When do we want it? Now.
Ervin's family said then that they wanted a full and transparent investigation. On July 9th, Roper was arrested by Dallas police on 1 count of tampering with physical evidence. According to an arrest warrant affidavit, Roper was interviewed by detectives after Ervin's body was found. Roper told police after the 3 of them had jumped into the lake from the railroad track bridge, Ervin drowned and Roper panicked. Instead of calling 911, the affidavit states Roper told investigators he deleted all communication with Daniel Ervin from his cell phone, adding that Roper confirmed he was aware that there would be an investigation into Daniel Ervin's death and he did not want to get into trouble, and states Roper threw Daniel Ervin's clothes in the tree line as they fled the location.
Now I'm gonna pause it right there. You deleted your text messages of you and Daniel Roper, you and Daniel Ervin, even knowing each other, in the hopes that you don't get in trouble because of this incident where this man is no longer alive. Doing that only made you more of a suspect to the law enforcement officers as well as to the people who are now hearing this. Because think about it. If me, you, and Chop go swimming and one of us don't come home, as long as we've been goddamn knowing each other, ain't no way I'm gonna delete my text messages of my brothers. You see what I'm saying? No, especially if it's a tragic incident. Then to not only do that, but not even call for help. Now, what a lot of people don't understand is this man, Mr. Ervin, and I'm giving him a title, Mr. Ervin. This man was on a swimming team. So diving in large bodies of water, swimming, and all that was not out of his scope. That is something that this man could do with no problem. Right? How did he drown? You see what I'm saying? That's the weird thing about this whole scenario. People who are proficient swimmers, athletes, that if you look at the size of this dude, bro, that dude wasn't no small dude. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't no small bodied young man. His brother had some size on him. So him,
which makes it relevant, like you were saying, to the Nolan case.
Right.
Because he was an athlete too.
So why are we noticing the uptick in athletes being at these swimming holes with people that's supposed to be their friends, and their friends are alive, but they're not? I've never seen this happen in
It's definitely a pattern.
Non-black community. I haven't heard one case about it yet, where them dudes all go out swimming and only the ones that are alive come back home. But you come back home and
we're gonna shoot out. We're gonna shoot our partner if we think it's more personal.
Yeah,
we're not gonna leave them. Yeah, it's not no. Yeah, it ain't no playing no games. Like, you know what I'm saying? P ain't. It's not maniacal. Yeah, it's not that maniacal with us. Like, our motives are pretty much the same, and they know that because they sell it all the time on 48, on First 48, and all that shit. So y'all know our stilo. So let's not make it seem like he not making up shit. He not. He telling you exactly what the fuck going on. This is how this shit is happening. So it looking like a pattern is not far-fetched from this being a move or motive that people do when they don't like a certain person around them no more.
Right. That's what this is.
They can just leave them. Be honest
with you, that shit is scary. That is very, very,
to the highest degree.
Scary.
To the highest fucking degree, P.
You
don't need no. You think
and then kill me, like, oh shit.
Think you about to fuck some white bitches? You know what I'm saying?
The scorpion and the frog.
Drinking and shit. This nigga got you out here.
Only difference is the scorpion actually surviving. I don't think, and for those who don't know about the scorpion and the scorpion and the frog is a tale where there's a flood coming, right? And the waters are rising.
Right.
The scorpion stands at the shore. A frog comes up and he's getting ready to jump in the water. The scorpion asks the frog to help him get across the river. The frog say, hey man, listen, if I help you across this river, you promise you won't sting me? The scorpion says, yes, I promise I won't sting you. So the scorpion hops on the back of the frog. They start swimming across the river. Get midway to the shore. The scorpion stings the frog. And the frog say, hey man, you told me you wasn't going to sting me. Well, I am a scorpion after all. And they both drown. This time in this story, the fucking scorpion has actually made it to the other side after he stung the frog. Because he waited right till they got to the shore and stung it. That's what this is starting to sound like. The scorpion and the frog.
That's a good analogy, nigga. You went on, you did. That was some RZA shit right there, some jizza shit right there, nigga. I do remember that saying too, and that's a great analogy to use to say that he made it at the end. Though it's like the scorpion made it at the end. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, the scorpion made it at the end because they making it home and the frog not.
Right? Yeah, bro.
You see what I'm saying? The frog. Sitting on the shore. The frog sitting on the goddamn shoreline. Oh my God. He stung him on the shoreline. Because that's where their body's turning up at.
Hey, bro. Well, wait. But just to go back, because I want to stay in tune with round 2. Definitely, bro. I'm in tune with round 2 right now. It just made me think of something just now when you said that too as well about the identification of Nolan. Like, they had to go to his dental work, Peter. He just died.
Right.
So if it was just, if y'all trying to say he drowned, you know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all trying to say any of that, then what? Who ate his face? Where you can't?
Right.
I'm just speaking on eating his face because they might say, "Oh yeah, gator." Well, see, I'm giving them excuses now at this point. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you always tell me don't do that.
Exactly. Now you feel me. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you know what you're doing. Now I can hold your ass accountable, nigga. Because this is what I'm talking about, Pete. This is my point. You feel me? That's why I be doing that shit, dog. I don't do it to fuck with you. I do it to elevate you, dog. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Look, people be doing you this not just you. I'm just saying, like, period. People do this shit to people every day, bro. They play with their mind, dog, for no reason, B. I'm telling you, or for a reason. So if it is for a reason, that's why Blunt Talk is here, dog. I'm telling you, this is the whole reason I want these.
Very weird reason to have to do dental records on somebody who
fuck with this shit, dog. Ain't been there damn near thing. Y'all phone in the next morning.
February 4th, 5th,
and the 4th, and it's on the 5th.
Your body don't decompose.
Grandpa was saying that too. How the fuck y'all look for him all night and then find my grandson body the next morning? It don't make no sense. Remember Grandpa was saying that?
Yeah.
That's what he meant.
Grandpa from the Air Force. Or Air Force.
Hey, that's what he meant, dog. How to body. Remember the GPS now. Now you gotta remember the GPS.
Yeah, because that don't
see?
Make
see why the GPS is important too?
The GPS is not telling me.
I don't jump up too far from around because, like I said, I'm trying to
get around the island. No, which way did it go when it departed the island? Because they found the body on one specific side of the island. That don't mean just because I say I'm leaving this island, I went the way I came. I could go the opposite way and still make it. No, you got ways
because it's just like a little strip. Yeah, it's a little strip. Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Now, the other part that I got in mind is why was his face so badly disfigured that you had to use dental records?
So where you had to get dental records.
His face had to be disfigured, which means he got
Pete.
He had to have gotten beat.
Or a crocodile found him and smelt him and ate him, though.
Nah.
Swamp Man ate his face off. He met Hatchet out there. Hatchet.
We'd have had a better chance with a shark because they tell him, and people think I'm joking when I say this. There are sharks in Lake Pontchartrain, people. So if there are sharks in Lake Pontchartrain, you could definitely find sharks out on the coast of the Mississippi.
Yeah, a shark got him. His whole body was good, but they just ate his face.
Right.
He's straight.
That was a shark. Look, he only ate
They
part
ain't
of
take
the
a
face.
limb.
He left the teeth.
Yeah, they ain't take a leg. None of that shit that we all love. We all go to churches and Popeyes for legs and thighs. Why wouldn't you think a shark would want that?
A shark
I don't
would
know.
take and think about it.
I don't know,
If your
Pete. I'm
body,
not a shark.
a shark gonna always go for the middle part of the
Maybe
body.
sharks
Ain't
was
going
like
for
fate.
Come on now. He only wanted the dog meat.
I mean, they say that's the legs. I mean, they said the dog meat and thighs and shit. You want to thigh? Oh man, continue, brother. My bad. Not the sidetrack, bro. But all this shit.
Other
weird.
thing.
It's just a pattern.
Now this young man, see, he deleted all his text messages of him and Daniel, right? And you didn't call for help because you didn't want to get in trouble. Why would you think you're going to get in trouble if you did nothing wrong? Then you tell the people you threw his clothes in the tree lining, which means you had to go down there. Because if you look at the shoreline from what a bridge is to where they at, you ain't just throwing them clothes down there to where, they just gonna land in the tree line. You gotta go down there and put the clothes in there. So that tells me you was already down there. You had to already be down there. And when Daniel jumped in, you bashed him across the head with something and watched him drown.
No, P, I'm starting to go with your theory a little more, but I'm putting that bitch in 3D. Is this some kind of white supremacist ritual where they gotta get cool with a black dude and kill him?
A gang initiation. You want to be part of this gang? You
Exactly.
gotta go out and kill somebody.
Yeah. That's you feel me? Telekinesis.
Yeah.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
That is
it's
a
the
very
same
plausible
thing, but it's
thing,
not.
bro.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but it's not the same thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's like, yeah, Pete, it's looking like it's a part of suck because it's looking like they befriending certain people, Pete, to make it look like I'm cool with them, and then my whole thing is to embarrass them. Remember, white people did this to Carrie and shit. Remember the Carrie movie and all that? They like the popular one, the to make fun of the weirdos and all this little shit they used to put in the movies and shit, Pete. That's a part of their community. They be into that type of shit. No, come on, think about it. You see what I'm saying? They into that type of shit, Pete. That's they moves. So I can see what you're saying about that actually being some shit they own, because that's the type of shit they be on right now with this shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That shit I gotta do some more investigation to match some shit up, Pete. But I'm telling you, bro, you spoke my fucking brain just now, bro. On some Tupac shit, nigga. About this shit, bro. Say, bro. It's probably a little bigger than Nino, bro. As we say, you know.
All these different judges that's friends with the sheriff, and the sheriff,
they're saying the same shit. Yeah, Pete. That's another great point, nigga. They saying the same shit.
We don't know who all connected. You know what I'm saying? We don't know who all connected, but we knew who was connected with the other young brother. We knew who was connected with that, but now all of a sudden we got another one that happened in April. So mind you, if this happened in April of this year, and the one with the other young brother last week before just happened, this is not just some recurring ass pattern. Cause ever since Juneteenth, motherfuckers been popping up dead, bro.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's an online cult that's on that white supremacist shit that was recruiting people and having them boys out here doing this type of shit, bro. I wouldn't be surprised, P. Cause this is how this shit going, bro. All this shit cyber now, bro. That's how they getting people and recruiting and everything right now, dog. I'm telling you, bro. They trying to make they gotta make up laws right now so they could try to prosecute some of these people, bro. No, Black Web is a part of it, but I'm saying like
the dark web. I didn't say black web. I meant to say dark web.
Oh,
dark
web. But you know, I know what you meant. You know what I'm saying?
I took the
people
chance
starting cults every day, B. Listen to me, P. People starting cults every day, dog.
Bro.
Everybody's a follower. Listen to me. This is how they moving now, bro. That's why I'm trying to pull people over here right now. I want them to follow me, but I ain't no fucking cult. I'm trying to keep people away from the cults. We want to keep it. This is a blunt talk supposed to be doing. Talking bluntly, because in a cult you can't talk bluntly. You could talk what the fucking cult leader is talking. You see what I'm saying, P?
Exactly.
You get what all. I'm telling you, bro. This is what this is. This is a resistance. Can I say it like that? You understand what I'm saying?
The PAD resistance.
P dot. This is a resistance. You feel me? We're going against the grain, P. Everything we do, dog. We going against the grain, dog. And guess what? A lot of people who want to sponsor us and shit, they're not gonna like what we talk about.
That's their business.
So guess what? A lot of this is gonna be up to us. He laughed. That's the one. A lot of people you felt that one, huh? A lot of people that like you. It's not gonna fuck with you, dog, because of what you're talking about. Your concept of, investigating in Nolan Wells cases. Why are you worrying about that? Why are you not worrying about big booty bitches and titties and trying to have fun right now, P-Dot? You feel me?
Right.
I'm telling you, Ron. I'm telling you.
However, why
I'm telling you, this is what it is.
Worried about who's trying to kill you.
No, ain't nobody worried about that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So guess what? Ain't nobody gonna really be over here like that. So if we build it, they will come. But at the same time, we gotta really get to the business if that's what we want. So, it go both ways, dog. I'm telling you, bro. But hey, I digress, man. We all around. We talking about shit that relate to shit that these motherfuckers doing. You said it might could be a ritual that these motherfuckers doing, bro. Nigga, when you said that, I didn't out that out. I let you talk. Nigga, trust me. I soaked that in, nigga. Okay? Because I know what's your point of view on certain things, and I know what's your point of view on how you felt about something at one time, but now you might feel a little different about it now. So, hey, I'm telling you, I'm here, dog. I'm here with you.
It's a lot going on.
But just know where you at too, though. Why would you getting your partner into shit? That's all I'm saying. Know where you at too now, because you gotta know what the fuck going on too, Nick. We gotta be together. We all gotta be saying the same shit. We can't be saying nothing different.
All right, so wait, let's finish this one up and then I'm gonna go to the next one. Right? So,
hey, bro, waiting on you,
Roper to Daniel, Ervin, just a second. All right, Daniel to Ervin to the tree line as they fled the location. See, look how the words are being used now as they fled the location. Were you trying to flee something?
Just for your boy's sake, bruh. Go back about 2 minutes. Go back about 2 minutes and let it play from right there, if you don't mind, brother.
Okay, yeah. So this is right.
Bridge, Ervin drowned and Roper panicked. Instead of calling 911, the affidavit states Roper told investigators he deleted all communication with Daniel Ervin from his cell phone, adding that Roper confirmed he was aware that there would be an investigation into Daniel Ervin's death and he did not want to get into trouble, and states Roper threw Daniel Ervin's clothes in the tree line as they fled the location. The juvenile suspect also told investigators he admitted he threw Daniel Ervin's cell phone from the vehicle after suspect Roper told him to.
Nah.
Yeah, he wanted to get in trouble.
The suspect told him.
Wanted to get in trouble. He definitely wanted to get in trouble.
Told him. Throw the clothes in the tree line. Well, look, you gonna throw the clothes over there.
Bruh, huh?
Yeah. That's what the 17-year-old
You think Lil Round told the white boy to throw that shit in the tree?
Yeah.
No, you wait. I might be misunderstanding what you saying. You believe what the white boy saying?
Roper told the other one. They see there's three of them. Daniel, the drownee, Roper, the one that got arrested, and the 17-year-old. Roper told the 17-year-old, you go throw the clothes in the bush. And he said, I only did that because he asked me to do it. But I wanted to take a look at this right quick. So
my goodness, wait.
227.
So why the boy was in the water anyway? When he went skinny dipping?
Nah. Look here.
On Trump?
Look at this picture real good. Now,
off the bridge. He jumped off the bridge.
He
jumped off the bridge.
You jump in the middle part, because that's gonna be the deepest part. All this here is shoreline.
They got a little dude canoeing right there to show you it's not that bad. Like it's like a little area right there. Like you could go canoeing and shit.
Right. It's deep.
You could jump off that bit. Yeah, you could dive. It's deep enough.
Dive or jump. I'd rather jump because I don't know what's underneath that water. Right?
You could dive. You're right. Correct. No, you're absolutely right. But I don't know about put my feet first though, neither, Pete. I would have to do like a scoop. Like soon as I hit the water, I gotta like scoop instead of trying to hit the bottom, right? Because it's a way it's a way you dive too as well.
Yeah, you gotta make that little curve come back up right quick.
Yeah, you gotta curve. Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Now, over here to the right of the screen, there's a tree branch growing out of the ground.
All that shit can be cut any fucking way.
Jump.
That's neglect.
Well, no. No.
That shit do need to be cut. No, all that green shit should not be there.
No, I'm saying that's nature reclaiming her space. Right? So over here to the right of the screen, where this tree is that you saying needs to be cut, I wouldn't even think
all
about
that shit
jumping right. I wouldn't even think about jumping over there because if that tree hanging out that far, then that means there's dirt up under there, solid ground somewhere, right?
Yeah, it must be a little area where they could get down there too. Because look at all that bush right there.
That's
so it's a little area where they could get down, so it don't really look as far as they look probably going if you jump from the middle.
Right. Because over to the left,
so that's probably that area where they fuck around and hang out and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So over to the left.
All that. Yeah, I can see it. Especially that little piece of tree that's hanging on the right side, like that little piece of tree and everything that's hanging right there. I could see them chilling over there and all that.
Like you ain't fuck with. Left and right. You know right offhand, I'm gonna jump in the middle. That's the deepest part. So going back to what dude was saying, Roper threw Daniel Ervin's clothes in the tree line as they fled the location. So when you look at the location, go ahead, get back to that. When you look at that location,
and then that's another suspicious thing that they feel like it is suspicious because they wouldn't keep bringing it up,
about
about throwing the clothes. You know what I mean?
But think about it.
Like, why would you do that? What's the reason of doing that? Why would you do that? What is it? I know what they're saying, but what I'm saying is it's extra. It makes it extra. It makes the investigation hard, if that makes sense. It makes it hard for people to understand what actually happened to their people, you know. And you can't just rest at that, knowing that there's other people involved, and also bringing in other situations. Like it's just suspicious, eh? Making me think a lot, okay? It's making me fucking think a lot, all right?
I don't like doing all that thinking. You're making me think too much. Oh, that was your Indian man, P. Dot. You got to bring out the Indian man more often. Then that was your Indian man. That was nice. I am from the land of Punjabi.
I don't like conversations. I don't like long conversations. I gotta work on my Indian shit.
You are not.
Yaron was pretty good though. Yeah, Yaron was pretty good.
So, knowing what I know now and looking at this picture, the tree line, and they you know what? They took several pictures of this area from a distance and from close up. This is what it looked like from a distance. So that close-up view that we saw with the trees and the branches and stuff, you would never think that they would be trying to do anything. Even though how you got up there on that bridge would only say to me that there is a way that you can walk along that rail line right there. Right? Yes, Pete. And if there's a way that you can walk up that rail line, there's a way you can walk.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Pete.
Right?
Look at that rail line, bro. Listen to what you're saying. That's a rail line. The only area that you see a rail or a line is in the middle of the motherfucking picture.
Yep.
The trees, the branches, the growth over that whole rail line. It's horrendous. No, go back to the rail line picture. Go back to the picture.
The long distance.
Where you were showing the far away one, like you were just speaking on.
Oh, all right.
You were just speaking on it. I don't know why you changed. Why you changed it? I'm talking about the same shit you talking about.
This.
The rail line picture.
Yeah, this.
Look at that, Pete. Come on, bro. That don't look like corrosion, nigga. If that was something going around your toilet bowl.
Now I'm gonna be honest with you. It looked like that, right? But if the train is going take over, Pete. Right? Well, and I say this for all intents and purposes.
Come on,
if there is a train that goes,
you about to make all types of excuses. The earth gonna take over, bro. Look at that shit, bro. Look at that shit, bro.
Yeah, what?
The only reason it didn't get that. Listen to me. The only reason it didn't get that middle piece. The only reason it didn't get that middle piece is because the fucking water right there is deep, and it couldn't cross. Look, the grass couldn't cross paths. I'm telling you, look, it couldn't cross. The water too deep. I know. You don't want to listen to me. That is, look.
I'm saying if a train passing on
bro, that's neglect.
That's the only reason.
Listen to me, Ron. That's neglect, bro. That's negligence, bro. Them people supposed to been cut all that shit, and if they're not gonna use it no more, they were supposed to make it out of something else to make it better for that area, bro. But they got shit right there, and they got that shit sitting there. Listen to me, and they got that shit sitting there, and them churn find ways to fuck with shit that don't have nothing to do with nothing. Just let area that they leave abandoned.
Hey, we could go
and they go play in that shit, P. They play around it, bro. You probably did it your goddamn self.
Oh, shit. Oh, bro, here it is.
Abandoned buildings, abandoned parking lots, abandoned whatever, nigga. You're going to have activity in those areas. That's what I'm trying to tell you too, bro. I know we all adults now, but you cannot erase your child past, bro. You can't, bro. You can't erase your past, bro. You know one thing. If you into that shit, you out there too, P. You're diving off that motherfucker. You're doing, because you know certain areas is straight. Because a nigga done showed you where y'all could go chill at, where we could chill, where we could smoke, where we could fucking drink and shit. You know what I'm saying? Even if we got some little females and shit, you bring them out there and, you know, it is what it is. Niggas make a swing and every fucking thing, to dive in the wall. Come on, man. Niggas, it's gonna happen. So all that's irrelevant is what I'm saying. Be about the area itself. I'm peeping out the area, nigga. That's no question. What happened to that little boy?
That's another question.
I think it's the real focus. Because if we looking at it like how if we gonna put ourselves in him, I think that's the best thing that an investigator do. That's what makes a good investigator too, P. Putting yourself in the predicament from what you've been, you know, going through or been through or related to, from how it would happen to you. You probably ain't even been through certain situations, but them human emotions, P, we all have them, though. You know what I'm saying? The jealousy around you, the insecurities that you feel around people, you know, those little things, you know, oh, he likes old girl. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's those little things that everybody relate to, no matter if they got money or not. So a lot of that shit got to be put into place, bro. When we look at a lot of this shit, P, I'm telling you, man, look at that shit, dog. Look at that. That don't look like fun from this
from this angle.
From this angle, this shit do not look like fun. Like you said, I agree with you when you said that. You feel me? It don't, bro. It don't look like you supposed to be fucking around no shit like that. But the first one you show is like, oh, okay, all right, I see how they got up there. So what we doing? You feel me? What we doing now? Yeah. Now we know. Now we're relating to something that we probably could have actually did ourselves. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And not even think it. Yeah, you know, we not even. That's not even much a question no more. Oh, all right, I see how Brown got down there. All right, yeah, they could have did this. But wait, what the fuck? The nigga put the nigga clothes in the motherfucker. So that, I think that's more the target, P, to be honest with you. Like the clothes and the third guy and those things. I think, you know, some of that shit, bro, is kind of fucking me up, P. You gotta break it. You gotta break some of that down for me. Cause your boy looked like Chucky to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. The little white boy looked like he was on some shit. Can you explain some more of that to me, bro, about Brown? Because I'm really intrigued about him more than anything.
So I'm gonna put it back on the part where they were talking about. Now, listen to this, and this the weird part. I'm gonna play it back a couple of seconds so we could get to the very meat of this.
Oh yeah.
Pause it. So, because this way it really started to make this twist at, because the other person done came in and said something.
Investigators, he deleted all communication.
Deleted all communication. So they say detectives told Roper told detectives he deleted all communications down to Ervin from his cell phone.
Communication with Daniel Ervin from his cell phone, adding that Roper confirmed he was aware that there would be an investigation into Daniel Ervin's death, and he did not want to get into
trouble. Now we heard that part. Watch this.
Trouble, and states Roper threw Daniel Ervin's clothes in the tree line as they fled the location.
Right? Roper threw Daniel Ervin's clothes in the tree line as they fled the location. Now, this is where the twist came in at for me.
So I guess that was a prank or something, huh? It was pranking him?
Yeah. Because now they saying another juvenile suspect admitted he threw Daniel Ervin's cell phone from the vehicle after suspect Roper told him to. Why, if you gonna throw his clothes in the doggone tree line, why you ain't throw the cell phone in the tree line too? And see, for me, that's saying because they know these phones got GPS and tracking on it, we gonna take the phone, drive some distance, and then throw the phone out the car. Right? What would you do that for unless you trying to throw the trail off? You get what I'm saying? If the man died or drowned at that bridge where y'all say he drowned at, then why take the cell phone and then throw it out the car after you done drove away when you could have just threw all that shit or left the clothes there, left the cell phone there, and just say the man drowned? So this to me seems like you all had something to do with his death. And if toxicology come back and say they found a strange substance in his system, you poisoned him and then watched him fall in that water. Because I haven't heard nobody say nothing about toxicology report in this one, and this been since April. So did they do a toxicology report? Remember, you got an 18-year-old, a 19-year-old, and a 17-year-old. And the 17-year-old suspect might just actually be the baby brother of Roper himself.
Also told investigators he admitted he threw Daniel Ervin's cell phone from the vehicle after suspect Roper told him to.
We, the family, are deeply inclined these individuals intended on no one looking for Daniel, fighting for Daniel, advocating for Daniel.
Ervin's siblings said his young life was full of promise.
He had just begun his recruitment to the U.S. Army. He was trained with discipline. He carried himself with a purpose.
Recruiting to go to the U.S. Army. He was trained with discipline. So this young man had a goal in mind, right? The young man had a goal in mind. He was on the swim team. He was athletic. He graduated high school and was getting ready to go into the military to serve what Lord say the same would have been an honorable career, right? And it's been eliminated because of these same individuals that are now saying they didn't want to get in trouble. So now the question right now should follow is, do they have to be tried under maritime law too? Because y'all was out there playing in water.
Well, I was about to ask you, did it actually happen on water, or is they saying that it happened
on land?
But, on land.
I guess especially on the bridge.
They wasn't on a boat neither, too. So
right. Damn, man. These like, I don't know, bro. They gotta figure something out. It ain't nothing to figure out for me. Try them little motherfuckers for murder. Fuck a manslaughter. The same thing with Nolan Wells. Don't try them motherfuckers for no involuntary manslaughter. That means you didn't intend to kill the person, but they died as a result of negligent behavior or whatever like that. No. You had to use dental records to figure out who this person was. They said they left him on the island. The people drove helicopters, planes, and boats around the island. They didn't find the body on the 4th. They didn't find the body on the 5th. They found that man's body on the 6th, on the opposite end of the goddamn island. So you telling me that between 9:56 and 11:14, and then again at 4:30, or what that time was, 4:31 to 05 that they didn't have time to conceal that body and somebody else have time to go out there and put that body back out there, or they didn't have time to do what they needed to do to this man in the time that they was supposedly leaving the island, and then all of a sudden his body turned up, or he wound up dead, and now we gotta use dental records to figure out what this is. Like, come on, man, we can't, like, the stories that they telling, the lies are so out of sorts with people who use common logic. Common logic tells you that these are murders. These are not no accidental drownings. These not no incidents. You hiding evidence. You throwing cell phones away. You deleting text messages. You throwing clothes in the bush. You drinking, underage drinking. You're lying about who said what. Like, why are we seeing these charges as involuntary manslaughter? They haven't even specifically charged Roper with murder. He's just been arrested, so he hasn't officially been charged. When the charges gonna get brought? This has been since April. Matter of fact, they just now arresting the dude this month for something that happened way in April. And look what the time date stamp on this thing, April 24th. Man, come on, these people playing in our face, bro.
He believed in building a life of service.
This has been tough on our family. Daniel was our protector, and I have nothing but good things to say.
Nah, once again, look at the size of this young man who was on a swimming team. What would make me believe that this man did not know how to swim in that water that they probably been going out there and jumping in for the better part of his swimming career? He probably been swimming. He probably been jumping off the bridge with the dudes, bro. Let's just say it for what it is. He probably been out there before.
That was my point, Pete. Yeah. That was my point too with that shit. Yeah, bro. Ain't no way you gonna tell me. Yeah, what I'm saying, like once you know the area, you know what I'm saying, and you find your little spot. That was my whole little point with that, like, you know. So I definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah, bro. That dude, bro. That's not no small dude, bro. And I'm telling you, deep down in my heart of hearts, bro, I feel like them dudes, they did him something. They had to do him something. That's a big dude. Unless he like 5'8", 5'9", but I don't think that dude was no 5'8", 5'9". I think that dude was like 6 feet, 6'1". It's crazy.
Say about him, he was a good kid, and he just didn't deserve that.
Roper was booked into the Dallas County Jail. I can tell you that his bond has been set at $10,000.
I'm gonna let that sit right there for you right quick. 10 racks. $10,000. Who are they gonna pay? 50% of that and go sit at home. So his parents only gotta pay $5,000 to get him out of jail. $10,000. That shows right now, and you can't even say a full 10,000 because he's gonna bind out on that 10,000 for 5,000. So you telling us that this young man who had a promising life, a family that loved him, friends that loved him, minus the two that snuffed him out, his life was only worth $5,000. We're not gonna even set the bond for any potential escape, right? Make the bond an astronomical number that you know the parents can't afford and that they ain't gonna be able to get or for GoFundMe and all that stuff. $5,000. That's what his life is worth. We'll let it finish.
Now, we don't know the status of the juvenile suspect. Because he is a minor, Dallas police are not releasing any additional information.
So you don't even have enough courage to say that the other juvenile offender is actually in jail or in juvenile custody, or waiting to see a judge. Because remember, if that had been two black boys, one 19-year-old, one 17-year-old, they'd have told you all their information. They'd told you all their information. And the bond wouldn't have been no $10,000. Bond would have been screaming high. They don't want to release this information.
Reporting at Dallas Police Headquarters, Alex Boyer, Fox 4 News.
Now that's Fox 4 News. Now here goes the lawyer that is representing the family of Daniel Ervin, right? Or is it? I think this the prosecutor. So let's. I want y'all to hear what he got to say.
Daniel Ervin was an honor roll student. He was a member of his swim team.
All right.
He was a strong, healthy young athlete. For these two suspects to say he drowned and they left, it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. Something smells off to us. If it's an accident, why hide the clothes? Why flee the scene? Why toss Daniel Ervin's cell phone out the car? Better yet, why do you have Daniel Ervin's cell phone? Why go home and delete every text message, every communication? If you have nothing to hide and it's an accident, why delete the evidence? Why delete the text? Those are the answers we demand.
Now, knowing what we know about all that, man, and like even just hearing it is enough, right? Why delete all your communications that you had with this man if that was your friend, as you say? Why are you worried about getting in trouble? If you know you didn't do nothing wrong, why are you deleting the text messages and the communications y'all had? Not knowing, and that's the
sound like the same pattern to me.
It is exactly the same pattern. But the thing that I'm trying to get people to realize is this. You could delete what you think you deleting off of these phones, off of these tablets, off of these computers. You're not. There are so many different files that information gets spread out across in these devices that you don't know where it's going. Yeah, you can say, oh, I'm going to delete these text messages and then go delete them out the trash bin. Here's the thing. You can empty that trash bin if you want. The message is still going to come back. They're not deletable. Nothing is deletable no more. You could delete the words that you typed on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Once you hit send, that message goes straight into a separate save file other than the one you know about on these devices. That's why they tell you what goes on the internet stays on the internet. You can try to get that bullshit removed if you want. It ain't going nowhere. Everything that's in what they call the cloud server, the iCloud for Apple users, and the cloud server for Samsung or for Android users. these files that y'all think y'all getting rid of not going anywhere. They're there. It doesn't matter what you try to do, especially if you got a case against you. They're gonna go there. Oh well, we couldn't get the information off the phone. You know what? It's the cloud. We have all your information. You got your name, your address, your date of birth, your phone number. That's all they need. Hell, I actually helped a friend look somebody up and found out what email they was using, what messages they were sending, any videos that they did and post, like literally all that, bro. You would think that that person was trying to hide. They weren't trying to hide. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they were, but they I could look up old addresses on people, like who stayed next door.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit, like it bruh, it's doable. So for these guys to think that I deleted it out my phone, that it's gone. No, it's not, my boy. That information is still there. And that's what that's if anything, I hope this is what the investigators are doing behind the scenes while telling the media one thing. But me knowing what I know, you not telling me that you can't dig up no information. Because if I can do it and I'm not involved in law enforcement in any way, shape, or form, if I can do it, I know God doggone well right what they could do. And they got technology and money behind it. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm working on an old broke computer right now, and I can still do it. So I know if I can do that, I could just imagine what they got with these big old computers and mega servers that they use now at law enforcement. They triangulate that data. But yeah, man, that's all I had, brother.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. I'm following you, bro.
You had anything for the night or no?
No, yeah. I just, just that other news. Like you were saying, I know you want to present what you want to present, so I just kind of lay back and.
Well, I gotta actually tell you thank you, bro, because if you had to put that up there, I wouldn't have known nothing about this one. I honestly, if you had to ask that in that group text, I would have never known about this. Because they not talking about it. And when I went and watched the video you sent, that's what made me say, I'm going to start doing a little digging into this. Because they still trying to figure out what is the cause of this. Like, they, I think deep down inside, like I said earlier, I think these some ritualistic sacrifices that these motherfuckers do. Sis, I'm sorry. I keep cursing, and I know you don't like that. I apologize. But I really do feel like there's some ritualistic stuff, bro. Like either they on some satanic cultish type stuff, or they trying to join a supremacist organization hell bent on killing people. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just any people, it's people that don't look like them. So man, that's why I say, I'm thankful to you.
It definitely leaves the door open, B. It definitely leaves the door. Oh, I'll be telling you, I don't never try to X out nothing, If I know these people exist, you see what I'm saying? I know it exists. I know these people are here. So if it wasn't, I could see if it wasn't real, right? And I wouldn't even put that in my thesis to even come up with nothing like that. To think that's even an option. But since these people do exist, I can't X them out or say that, hey, Peter, you're no, you can't use that because that's not real. I can't tell you that because they is real. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
These organizations actually exist, and we actually talked about them. So, I take it a little more serious than people actually think, but it is what it is, though.
Alrighty. Well, brother, I do thank you for putting that in the group text because it definitely brought some very eye-opening and thought-provoking questions to mind when I started looking into this, man. Because the Nolan Wells thing and this came before Nolan Wells. So it's the Daniel Ervin, then the Nolan Wells thing, and all the stuff that's been happening. Like literally, shit. Might as well say for the last several months with these weird killings and people popping. Really, the last several years, bro. I don't know, bro. I'm telling you,
How that Soldier Slimline go?
You're not my dog. You're not
No,
my dog.
no, not that one. Not that one. I'm talking about the situation we talking about as far as with all this. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give you something.
They breaking down the
Talk to maintain soldier like me. All right. So with the line, all right, you could end us out with it then, since you know now.
Oh, I don't know it quote. I don't know it word for word though, bro. I ain't gonna lie, and I know I should. Oh, look here now.
Well, my point was, Soldier said something about that, and that was some powerful stuff, even in the midst of, what he was talking about. At the same time, it was like, it was I'm gonna say the spark of the brain of the actuality or the reality or the actuality of reality, remember? That this is what happens when it comes to these certain things, and we see it over and over and over, and we got to figure out, what's the pattern of it. You know what I'm saying? And when we figure out the pattern, then, man, how can we stop this? Because this, first of all, it's not fair at all. Because I could see if this was a world where we was living in where all this was okay, and like we just do this to each other. But no, we're looking at it from a scope where this is only happening to a certain type or a certain few, as we say. And Blunt Talk definitely here to investigate. That's all I can say.
Oh yeah. Well, I do thank everybody for coming in tonight. We missing a couple of our actual viewers that normally jump in. Big Fish Cheryl, thank you for jumping in. DD504, thank you. Chop Track told us he's gonna be back. So I guess something important came up, but that's neither here nor there. So I want to thank all of our listeners out there in the rebroadcast world. If you're watching this live, thank you for watching. Jump in the comments next time. Let us know what you're thinking. Help us out with any factual information that you may have. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody. That way, you can spread Blunt Talk all over the place, and we can keep this show going. Yeah, man. Don't forget, hit that email, blunttalknola@gmail. That way, you can let us know, what information you find in, anything you want to talk about. We also have Blunt Talk Nola Instagram, Blunt Talk Nola Facebook. Hit us up. Let us know what you think and keep us posted on any current events in your area.
Blunt Talk Nola, all platforms.
On all platforms, yes, that is correct. And Don't forget to holler at your people. This is once again Blunt Talk Nola. I am your host P. Dot on the spot.
You know, Silent Child 17. Go sit down.
And Chop Track was in the building. So we
maintain soldier like mentality.
We definitely gonna end it off on a good note, man. Don't forget, watch who you hanging with. You can't trust everybody. Some folks ain't for you. They'll befriend you just to be the frog and the scorpion. Remember that line, y'all. Always go back to that. Think about that now. The frog and the scorpion.
Black man kill a black man is cool. He loving that. Black man kill a white man. Send him to death. All right, P. I'm gonna leave you alone. Good night, y'all. I'm sorry.
All right, my people. If you're ever in doubt, think about that Soulja Slim line too. Now, and if you don't know who Soulja Slim is, go back and listen to that Bud album. And he said something that kind of rings true with some of the stuff we talk about right now. Hey, go listen to Bob Marley and Tupac too. Y'all have a good night. Blunt Talk Nola, and we are out of here. Peace.